Hello, Iowa FFA members, and welcome to my second ever episode of Blue and Gold Through the Lens. Now, to start off this episode, I wanted to do something a little different. We're going to start off by playing a game of just naming some similarities that we know of, and also could be said of dynamic duos. So let's go with the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, I don't know about you, but my favorite go-to meal for school, FFA events, or anything else in the world was a classic strawberry jelly and peanut butter sandwich. So let's go to something that doesn't make me as hungry. What about Batman and Robin? We all know that they weren't only fighting crime day and night, but wherever Batman was, Robin was sure to follow. Just like us and our FFA advisors sometimes. Now, here's something that's definitely not as known. What about me and my love for holiday music? Specifically the song All I Want for Christmas. No matter if I'm in my car, or at my house, or even at the FFA Enrichment Center, I will take any chance I get to sing this song and reenact my show choir days my freshman year. And finally, let's go into our last example. Precision agriculture and the NASA space program. Now, I know what you're thinking. Blake, why would you say precision agriculture and NASA when they have nothing to do with each other? And at first, I might have believed you. But after taking a closer look, I realized that those things couldn't have been any more alike. So let's break it down a little bit, starting off with precision agriculture. We know that precision agriculture includes innovative technologies such as pesticide management or fertilizer application, and these things that increase yield will allow us to feed the over 7 billion people on this planet by 2050. Okay, that's pretty simple and things we know about agriculture, but what about NASA? And we'll get to that. And it all starts with the famous Atlas rocket. Now, the Atlas rocket that I'm referring to is coined in the movie Hidden Figures. And through this movie, you learn about the trailblazer Katherine Johnson, who is surrounded by hundreds of other people at NASA. But it wasn't the fact that she was a female that made her so successful, but it was her mind, and even more impressively, she came into this field as an African American in the 50s and 60s at the time of the Civil Rights Movement. Katherine Johnson wasn't a star because of the fact that she was from a different background, but it was because of the diverse perspective that her background brought along with her. You see, everyone else that worked alongside Katherine wasn't incapable of helping put a man on the moon or even putting a man into space, but their perspective didn't provide the answer that they were looking for. But Katherine's diversity and perspectives did. This same idea applies to agriculture, specifically precision agriculture. You see, not all soil types are the same. So we can't expect to grow some plants in some areas versus others. Or getting even more specific, we can't expect to grow corn and soybeans the same way we want to grow bananas or cocoa beans. So how does this apply to me as an FFA member? And you're right, it's a little confusing. So let's take a look at my state officer team. We have a wide array of people in this team. For example, me. I may not be the most knowledgeable about things such as animal science, but the one person I'd point you to is our state secretary, Mia Gibson. She doesn't know only about animal science, but when it comes to Red Angus anything, she is definitely your girl. And for me, my passions lie more in agriculture education and agriculture communications. I can help you make a killer video or tell you about the upcoming things in career technical education. But while we don't have all the answers all the time, together we make a stronger team and we can advocate an even better message as agriculturalists. And this same message applies to you guys as FFA members. You see, we can't expect to eliminate all misconceptions and solve world problems like world hunger. Because to do that, it doesn't take just me, but it takes you, your friends, your family, and your community. And what you're bringing to the table when you join FFA or when you help in FFA events is you bring your race, ethnicity, gender, sex, socioeconomic status, sexual orientation, coming from an urban versus a rural background, and so much more. And these perspectives, just like Katherine Johnson and just like in precision agriculture, allow us to not only reach a wider range of people, but inform them the truth that FFA and agriculture is a national effort that stretches from the state of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii. And this message and passion that we have will allow us to be carried out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. FFA members, diversity is the key to the future of agriculture. Thank you for tuning in to my second ever episode of Blue and Gold Through the Lens. Tune back in 2 weeks to hear from our state president, Michaela McGill, and her message in her Blue and Gold Through the Lens.